Hello and welcome to Pittsburgh City Council's public hearing for Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. My name is Kim Clark Baskin and I'm your Deputy City Clerk. With us today, we have our sign language interpreter, Nick Miller. The following is a piece of legislation to be heard by Pittsburgh City Council. Bill number 1272, resolution authorizing, pursuant to Chapter 173, Section 2, Commission on Naming Public Properties of the City Code, the mayor to name the north side section of the Three Rivers Heritage Trail after former Mayor Thomas J. Murphy in recognition of the 25th anniversary of his inauguration as the 57th mayor of the City of Pittsburgh. That concludes the reading of the legislation. Thank you and have a great day.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this Cablecast public hearing of Pittsburgh City Council for today, Tuesday, February the 19th, 2019. I am Councilman Kraus. I'll be chairing this afternoon's public hearing. Our tradition is to begin with the reading of the bill. So, Madam Clerk, may I have the purpose of Bill 1272?
Bill 1272, resolution authorizing pursuant to Chapter 173, Section 2 of the City Code, the mayor to name the north side section of the Three Rivers Heritage Trail after former Mayor Thomas J. Murphy in recognition of the 25th anniversary of his inauguration as the 57th mayor of Pittsburgh.
That's great. Wonderful. Thank you, Madam Clerk. We do not have a presentation by the administration on this bill, so we are going to go directly into public comment. We ask that when you come to the podium, you begin by giving your name and the neighborhood in which you reside for our public record. When the green light comes on, it will begin the start of your 3 minutes. When the yellow light comes on, you'll have 1 minute to summarize your thoughts. When the red light comes on, your time will have expired. So our first registered speaker this afternoon is Mark Masterson. Mark, welcome. Come on down.
Mark Masterson, and I live in Observatory Hill on the north side. I am a resident of the city. I work on the north side, and I'm also a member of the North Side Leadership Conference's Bicycle Pedestrian Committee. In all of those capacities, we support the renaming of the trail. We're unclear as to whether it was the entire trail from Chateau over to Millvale or just a portion of it. We're in favor of the renaming. We hope it's the entire north section that runs along the along the Ohio and Allegheny rivers. We're deeply appreciative of all the work that went into getting these trails started 22 years ago. There were many property owners that didn't understand how this would benefit them. We think that this was one of the first trails completed by the Murphy administration in the city, and it connected to Washington's Landing, and it was an important first for the region in showing that this kind of active recreation was something that could help revitalize neighborhoods and make Pittsburgh a much better place to live. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. I appreciate you being here. I'd like to also recognize that Councilwoman Harris has joined us. I can't, looking over the legislation, it just reads the north side part of the trail. So I promise you we will get the exact specifications of the portion of the trail that's going to be renamed. I'll make certain that you get that, okay? Thanks for being here, Mark. Our next registered speaker then is Benjamin forgive me. Do it, Benjamin.
Ben Saltez.
Saltez.
And
welcome.
I'm a resident of Spring Hill on the north side.
Great.
And I'm on the board of the Spring Hill Civic League, vice president, and I'm also on the North Side Leadership Conference board. I really support this. I think it's a great tribute to former Mayor Murphy. I remember when I started exploring the rivers on my bike many years ago, and it was a patchwork of access to the river. And what the start of that trail has really done is make it a really great recreational opportunity that I take advantage of pretty much every day on my bike or walking or running. So I think this is a great tribute, and we appreciate it. Thanks.
Great. Thanks, Ben. Thank you very much. We do have two other people in the audience that wish to register comment. They were not registered, but I'm happy to take your 3 minutes. So come on down and register your comment, please.
Hello, Scott Bricker. I'm the executive director of Bike Pittsburgh. I live in East Liberty. Do you need my address? Okay, great, terrific. Just want to say, as the 3,400 member strong bicycle and pedestrian advocacy organization here in Pittsburgh, we're fully supportive of the renaming of the trail after Mayor Murphy. What a true honor for him, seeing his vision come to life and seeing so many tens of thousands of people from all over the world come to visit Pittsburgh, both residents and visitors alike. Actually, it's fantastic also to see just the type of conversation that these trails started about access and transportation and who the riverfronts are for and how we should how we can better access the city. I think one thing that being an advocate, the one thing that I want to leave everybody with is we have to really care for these in perpetuity. We have to make sure that there's someone with the city that's focused on making sure that they are maintained and beautified and serving all the people that they have the potential to serve. So thank you, and definitely supportive of this effort.
Thanks, Scott. Thank you for being here. I will read this, okay?
Mark Fatla, Executive Director of the Northside Leadership Conference. I'm also a resident of the Northside on Beach Avenue in Allegheny West. Known Tom Murphy for 30 years or better, long before he became mayor. And I'll freely admit I didn't agree with Tom on everything or didn't agree with his administration on everything. But I always agreed with his focus on the rivers. When the history of this city is written 50 years from now, historians are going to look back and say a pivotal moment for this city was how it reoriented itself to the rivers. Tom had that vision, worked with many partners to achieve this, and really connected the city and its people back to the rivers, gave them a way to look at the rivers 180 degrees different than we had treated them for more than a century. And by creating the trails, gave people an opportunity to come to the river, to feel the rivers, and understand what that meant to this city. When the history is written 50 years from now, they're going to think about that and talk about that. Naming the trail on the north side portion for Tom Murphy establishes him in that history, and I think he's well deserving of that credit for that. Thank you.
Thanks very much. I just wanted to offer this up, Mark. It reads here in the legislation, the mayor is authorized to name the north side section of the Three Rivers Heritage Trail from its start at West Hall Street in Brighton Heights to the trail's terminus and the city of Pittsburgh border in Troy Hill. So it sounds to me like that's the entirety of the trail. Okay? So with that, it says Troy Hill, Councilwoman. So the city's border in Troy Hill. Yeah, Millville. Great. So with that exhausts our list of registered speakers. Sir, were you here to speak? Okay. So Councilwoman, okay, great. Councilwoman, I'll open it up to you if you have any comments. Thanks, Brenda.
I couldn't think of a better name for the trails. I remember him being down there in the beginning, and there's nothing but tires down there, and I wasn't going in the river, but you know, I was standing out there and we were moving the tires out. And Mayor Murphy really had a vision, and his vision has come true. People from all over love our trails. I remember when Millville came in and they wanted to connect to our trail, which is good. But yeah, any part of this trail that, you know, goes all the way around the north side should be part of the Tom Murphy Trail.
Great, thanks, Councilwoman. I will only echo the comments that were made here from our speakers, and I'm very happy to support, and I'm certain the council will be very happy to support. I've asked the clerk to have this on the agenda for tomorrow. If any of you wish to come back for public comment again tomorrow, you're welcome to do so. It's not necessary, but you are welcome to be here at any time. We'll have it on tomorrow's agenda, and for a preliminary vote, and then final vote will take place the following Tuesday, which I believe would be about March 4, maybe? March 5? March 5th would be the final vote. Okay? All right, thanks, everybody. Councilwoman, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We're adjourned.